If I would say that I had to describe Decent's journey in one word, it would be collaborative, because I believe that is what actually happens here, and people learn it. There is not one-way communication, but people interact with one, even with faculties, even with other students. So yeah. So my name is Manan Upadhyay. I am from Valsad, and I recently completed my graduation in Electronics and Communication Engineering from Sarvajanik College of Engineering, which is situated in Surat. And right now I'm planning to move to US for my masters. Hello to everyone in India. This is Manan Upadhyay, and right now I'm in the United States, in the California, San Francisco Bay Area. I'm doing my masters in business analytics here, and the day is absolutely pleasant. Let me show you what's behind me. So you can see the entire Bay Area from here. Unfortunately, today the day is quite hazy, so you can't see the San Francisco skyline, but it's somewhere over there. So okay, so the breakdown would be 8 for reading, 8 for listening, 7 for speaking, and 6.5 for writing. And my overall score was 7.5 bands. Okay, so my reaction was I was at least expecting above 7, so I was very happy with the 7.5 score. Although I was not happy with my writing score, which was 6, but when later I gave it for rechecking, it got upgraded to 6.5. So then I was like, okay, this is fair enough. And even my parents, because I gave the exam in such a short period of time, they were expecting my score to be around 7, but when I got 7.5, they were quite happy with that. So yeah. Basically, there were many of my friends who were actually preparing for the IELTS exam, and when I actually got done with my bachelor's, I came up to them and I asked them that suggest me some good place in Valsad to do my IELTS classes, because actually we need classes for the exam, and so at least 10 of my friends were actually coming to these classes, and they suggested me to come here, so that's why. I believe that a reading module was the most trickiest for me, because of the new layout of the exam. Reading comes at the last of the exam, right? So that's why I felt that it was really exhausting for me, and given that the last section was the most difficult part. Okay, so when I first came here, I came actually along with my dad, and I met Utkarsh sir, and everybody else. So if you go to any of the other classes, all of the other guys will promise that, oh, our classes has this, our classes offers that, we have this books, we have this material. But Utkarsh sir was like completely natural, and he was like, okay, you come and we'll see what we can do, and here's your material. And which was very natural, and that actually convinced my dad and myself to actually get enrolled in the class. I believe that my overall learning experience was actually exponential, because when I came here I knew nothing about the IELTS exam, and coming here was like, it not only helped me to ace my exams, but it also actually taught me to how to learn in a fun way, and how to interact with other people, because the USP of the classes was like collaborative learning, and so that's why I really enjoyed it. I think the most memorable session would be my first ever day in the class, because sir called me 1 hour early, and there was the speaking session going on, which is normally going on the Fridays. And so I observed all of the people, they were sitting in groups and they were having like a discussion, or faculties asked individual questions to them. And I had my fear of speaking, so I was quite worried that the next hour it's going to be my time to speak, and how will it go, and I was very nervous about that. But actually when I sat there and when I actually started speaking, I realized that everybody is eventually trying to get rid of their fear of speaking, right? And so that's why it actually motivated me to do that session. And every session after that was like expressing my ideas, and actually it developed my brain. So yeah, I loved it. I think that every other classes that I've seen, even I went to my GRE class, the faculties came, they taught us, and then they left. But here it was quite different. I was not used to it, but I actually loved it. So every time after we completed our sessions, we had some conversations, or we had short games after that, which developed even bonding among faculties as well as the other guys from or other batchmates. And so that way learning was made very interesting, and that was something that I really loved about it. First of all, Utkarsh sir is like really good at teaching. He's absolutely brilliant at public speaking as well. So that I usually had my stage fear, and watching his videos which he posted and watching his sessions, actually motivated me to speak publicly. And second of all, we also had these sessions in front of all of our batchmates. So we had to speak in front of everybody, and that actually got my fear of speaking, that actually got rid of my fear of speaking. And plus all the faculties are very helping and very nice. So yeah. So when I first went at the center, we obviously feel chills and everything. We become very nervous. But the first part was I believe the listening part was the first part. No, sorry. The writing part was the first part. And I was very confident about writing, so that was something which I did easily. But when I later on moved on to listening, in listening requires a lot of focus and attention, right? And in a short span of time, you have to give your entire focus to that. And then when the reading part comes after that, that is a bit challenging for us. So yeah, that was something that I found challenging. Even on the speaking day, I was very nervous about that. But when I went into the room, when I started communicating with the other person that was there in front of me, the conversation happened pretty naturally, and it went good. So yeah. So my ultimate advice that I would like to give to the people would be that some of them take one or the other part very lightly, right? But I believe that I have learned this, and I first took that the writing part was like I was very good at it, so I was like, okay, this would work out for me, and I wouldn't practice it more. But you should definitely focus on each and every part, and irrespective of however easy you find it. The secret of my good English would be, I would not say reading, because I was not a very big fan of reading, but I developed it through watching movies or watching TV series. That is a fun way of developing your English. Yes, definitely I would recommend it to my friends and family. In fact, I have recommended one of my cousin brother who stays in Valsad, and maybe he'll join the classes from next year. So yeah. I think that after 5-10 years, I would be a great business analyst, but I would also want to start an entrepreneur journey.
Yeah, coming to the IELTS, I scored overall of 7.5 bands. And talking about Utkarsh sir and Maitri ma'am, I really like their way of teaching, because they encourage collaborative learning, which ultimately boosts the students' confidence. And yeah, I think that if you are in Valsad and if you are planning to give your IELTS exams, you should definitely consider decent classes.